What is up, guys? Matthew here, and welcome back to another episode of our FIFA 21 career mode with the mighty Boro. And today we are just continuing to plough through season 4 of the career mode, our final season, of course, as we try to stick with the relentless pace of our title contenders. We are, I'd say, in a title race now. We're 18 games in, we're second place, we're playing well, we're scoring goals, we seem to be deserving of where we are in the league. So I'd say we are contenders to be in this title race, and we are sticking with the top teams. We're sticking with City, who've been brilliant this season. 4 points ahead they are, and we're just ahead of Liverpool and Chelsea, and even Southampton, who aren't a million miles away. We're also in the knockout stages of the Champions League and in the semi-finals of the League Cup, so we are still in all possible competitions. And in today's episode, we've got 3 Premier League games in 6 days. We've got 2 games against 2 teams who we played in the last episode, weirdly enough. West Ham firstly, then we've got Tottenham again, however this time in the league, followed by Sheffield United, who we literally played in the last game, but we play them again today. So yeah, we've got that today, 3 games, and then the attention then very quickly switches to the cup games after that, with next episode being a 2 cup games and 1 Premier League game. That'll be Walsall, Watford and Wolves. But that's for the next episode today. 3 Premier League games to try and keep up our great form and maybe try and bridge the gap to Manchester City if they can just drop points, any points at all, anywhere, it doesn't matter where, against who. They have got Chelsea up next, though. Chelsea are 4, so there's a chance that City could drop points in their next game, which would be good. And then they'll beat Leeds. Everybody beat. I mean, look at that. Everybody beats Leeds. Everybody, pretty much. 16 of the 18 teams have beat them. The 2 who haven't should be ashamed of themselves. Anyway, let's pick the team for the game at home to West Ham. So call this a risk, but with 3 games in 6 days, we're obviously going to have the Tottenham game next very, very quickly. And I want my best team to be ready for that game. So we've made a few changes, and we don't have the bigger squad. I don't like having a big squad on FIFA, to be honest. I much prefer having a much smaller squad with less players. It's easier to manage, I find. But we're going to need pretty much all of them in the next couple of games to get through these 3 games. So we've brought in Fry for Tomori, just so I just know for a fact Tomori and Gibson will not make the Tottenham game if they play today. So we're going to sacrifice one of them and then probably sacrifice Gibson in the next game. So Fry will come in for Tomori. Bellingham and Rice are relatively fit every game, so they will stay in. Foden pretty much the same. However, I've changed up both wingers. I've gave Wills a start. And if this is his first Premier League start, it definitely is for a while at least. Vasquez starts on the other side, and Danny Ings, more than a trustworthy striker up top for us, with Origi dropping to the bench. I actually forget that Ings is rated higher than Origi, even though Origi has just absolutely been our top goal scorer by a mile. Anyway, we've switched it up. We've got to use the squad at times like these. Let's hope we don't pay the price.
Dale Fry.
Here's Jed Spence then. Could be a crucial little period for us, this, in the league, where drop points could be
And Bellingham.
massive. Even the 1 or 2 drop points could really prove to make the difference at the end of the season. And it is when the fixtures get really condensed like this that teams could be at risk of dropping them points.
Poor pass.
That was a poor ball from Foden there. We should have played a through ball. Jack Wilshere, who, surprised, still plays for West Ham in this game. But what a ball that is, through to Holland. There's the benefit of having a quick full-back with Jed Spence making the ground up. But he's been caught in behind. And thank goodness for Dean Henderson, who made an absolutely wonderful tackle. A wonderful save, sorry. Rice tried to play in Hudson-Odoi there, but what a start this has been for West Ham. As Spence gets it clear, but they come again. Rice up against his old club with a very good challenge, but early on, forced into a big save there, Dean Henderson. We can't keep the ball. But then again, neither can West Ham, and now Vasquez with room to run into here. Danny Ings, and here's Phil Foden, and this is how quickly it can change, and Foden finishes. From one end, where we looked under pressure, to doing our vintage counter-attack at the other. Phil Foden gives us the lead.
Well, here's the replay. It's a really lovely through ball, and then the brute force and guile in equal.
Defender almost caught up with him, but what a clinical finish.
And he doesn't disappoint, does he?
Wilshere.
Jack Wilshere.
And can they prize them open now?
Out to Johnson.
Moving forward effectively. Plays it back.
Clever ball back. A bit of space on the edge of the box here. Gibson comes across. And credit to Wills, who stayed composed on the edge of his box. Ooh, then plays a shocker of a ball in field. Defence is a little stretched here. Plays it back. And Dean Henderson with another save. West Ham are proving to be very dangerous. As Unal, that might be. With a good effort, and Henderson has made 2 big saves in this game. And it's getting to the point in this career mode where teams have players I've never heard of and have just no idea how to say their names. Teams are unrecognisable from when we first started this career mode. Anyway, here's Conway. Bellingham, tackle. Still stays with it. Blue shirt, but that's a poor ball. And we get to get out with the ball.
Johnson. Conway. Well, they continue their push for the equaliser, but definitely not forcing.
Here's Uribe. Rice does well there, but it comes back out to Wilshere. Here's Unal. Oh, it's in the box, and that's just wide. Again, another good move by West Ham. They are pulling our defence all over the place, but they can't take their chances. They should be level at least in this game. Foden finds Vasquez as the defender commits and doesn't get there. Vasquez does well up against Johnson. I've no idea who that cross was to, but it found Spence. Wills does really well to ride that challenge. Jude Bellingham turns the defender. And the ball goes into the back of the net. But a late flag prevents it from counting. And, well, just. We were a couple of inches off it being 2-0. Here's Rice. Foden. Strong challenge, and I'm surprised the referees give that. But we have got a free kick in a very dangerous position. Times like this, I wish I hadn't sold Julian Draxler. But it looks like Foden will be stepping up to take this. Well, Vasquez looks like a very good free kick taker, so we're going to go with him. Luka Vasquez. Oh, and it's tipped away by the goalkeeper with a very strong hand. If that was more into the corner, that could have been a goal.
Plenty of players waiting in the middle.
Bellingham tries to bend one, and keeper with a good save.
Possibilities in the centre.
Here's Unal.
That is a
tried as well.
In difficult circumstances. And snuffing out the danger.
Well, this will be the final attack of the half if they can get it in time. Oh, Rice has been turned there. They're in the box, and Henderson has to make another save. Colum Bato completely turned Rice, who's not had the best of games against his former club. That man's had a great game. And we are into the 49th minute. We should have only played 47. But this corner will be allowed to be taken.
He's driven in the
It's a good one. It's deep. And it's just headed wide.
The first half here.
But West Ham have been more than in this game. But we do lead going into half-time.
Would be pretty happy.
Oh, Rice, that's more like it. Breaking up the play really well. Here's Wills.
Into the advanced position. He made it look simple, really.
West Ham will be happy with their possession.
Here's Unal.
However, after that, the coach will be disappointed with what they produced. They need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal.
Ball inside. Stretching our defence once again with some really good play. Fry's alert to it. Oh, and look at this.
And he's in.
Well, Ings has done exceptionally well to win the knockdown. Foden nods it on. Nathan Wills is there. Oh, and intercept the post. Well, how is it not 2-0?
Well, if that goes in, Derek, this game would have a very different complexion.
All of a sudden, West Ham had nobody back. And Ings, who won a crucial header, got the move going, and
Wilshere.
Wills' shot was saved. Ings still had most of the goal to aim at. Is that going to
Looks promising.
be a chance we regret missing?
Magnificent defending.
Gibbo there, once again. Unal. Rice. Leaves one on Wilshere there. But we need to do everything to keep this lead. We've had a lot of games recently where we've blew teams away, but
Throw in here.
this one might be a narrow 1-0.
There has been plenty of limbering up from
West Ham have given us a really good game.
Both sides will make personnel switches.
And they'll probably come away from this game wondering how they didn't score.
Well, possibilities in the centre.
That's if they don't score, of course.
Foiling them effectively.
Gibbo with a great header. He's been a rock at the back.
Zone here, options available.
And, yep, the counter-attack thwarted once again.
Well, still
Our
time for them
best
to deliver.
attacking players haven't been able to get into the game as
It's
much
opening up for them.
as we would have liked.
And a fine
That cross comes back.
Dealt with that ball comfortably.
Foden wins the header. It was Gibbo again,
Not giving him a moment's peace. Not a
defending
with them. Referee-
heroically, and Correa has done so well to get us out there. Here's Foden. Beats his man.
That's not a bad ball.
Whips it in, and Hudson-Odoi
Well, it was a good save.
running onto that.
You'd expect him to make that save, wouldn't you?
Headed straight at the goalkeeper. As we head towards the 90th minute.
Mateo Uribe.
Is there one final big chance in it for West Ham?
2 minutes of this contest.
They haven't played like a team who were 15th in the league.
Oh, great vision.
And that's a great ball in, and we're going to have to bring Gibbo out here. That's a good ball in. Backheeled, and what a save!
Moment in the game.
What a save!
At the end.
Dean Henderson.
Well, this late corner could represent their last chance to equalise.
Well, we need to get a replay of that. As only the 1 minute's added on, which means this is it.
Substitution time it is here.
So this ball into the middle was a really dangerous one. I mean, I thought he was going to shoot straight away. Fry, we just slid him in carelessly. I mean, if he makes contact, it's a penalty. Wilshere backheels it, and I mean, he's got to score. What a save. Dean Henderson. Unbelievable. I don't think we've seen him perform better than this. He deserves this clean sheet more than anything. And it will come down to this. Corner.
Here it comes.
Coulson wins the header.
Lines.
Ings. Clearance is blocked, but we cling on.
Victory for the home
It
team.
wasn't as pretty
From the fans
or as
here.
free-flowing as it has been.
When they did, has won it for
Only the one goal wins the game.
fair that was.
But what a big 3 points, and it's that man there, that Dean Henderson, who we owe this game to, because he made 3 or 4 world-class
In this particular
saves.
game will have impressed many people.
Well, I can't remember the last time we had to work so hard for a win. That was backs against the wall kind of thing. And the lads did extremely well. Henderson. can't think of the words to describe that performance. And it keeps us in second as always. Well, not Chelsea. Well, we thought City might drop points. They've convincingly beat Chelsea. That's worrying. I'd have preferred it being 2-0 the other way. Nevertheless, we keep pace with City and Liverpool as the title race continues on. And it doesn't stop there, as in a matter of 4 days, now we have Tottenham. So as expected, I think we played a good decision with the players that we left out in the last game to start, at least, because as expected, Gibson doesn't make the second game. However, Tomori, who is rested, is fit. Mackinnon comes in place for Gibson, so a nice rotation between the 4 centre-backs. The rest of the squad is pretty fit. These 2 full-backs could run for days. They could play day in, day out if we wanted them to. Bellingham and Rice, pretty much the same for them. Foden is okay. Hudson-Odoi and Correa didn't start either, so they're fully fit, as is Divock Origi. So good use of the squad, as we've got pretty much our strongest team, barring Ben Gibson, to play Tottenham away from home.
Harry Kane.
Here's Kane, a man we kept very quiet in that game, and if he keeps running into Tomori like that, we're going to be keeping him quiet again. Foden skipping away from 1 defender, skipping away from 2, lays off Hudson-Odoi, and what a save.
Well, his reflexes there.
That's what happens when Phil Foden gets going. Maybe we should have shot with him, as that looked a bit wide for Hudson-Odoi. Keeper makes a good save. That's what happens though when Foden gets going. Corner.
So the corner played into the box.
Kane wins that
As a defender, that will sit you down to the
over
ground.
Declan Rice. Hudson-Odoi. Correa. Well, he's absolutely done both the defenders. And wins us another corner. The pace of our attackers is causing problems already. Good save.
And firing it into the area.
Oh, and Origi gets there! And the goalkeeper makes a huge mistake. And Divock Origi can run over to the Middlesbrough away fans as he heads into an empty net. What happened there?
Well, here's another look at it. It's a good delivery.
The goalkeeper and the centre-back were
quite frankly, it's a lovely finish. Brilliant
on
goal.
top of one another in a mess in the penalty area.
Well, the goal again, albeit from a different
Keeper comes for it. I mean, you can't even see Origi. I don't even know how he got on the end of that. But he heads it into an empty net. Bellerin couldn't get there. And, well,
He also knows that you're at your most vulnerable just
Lloris played in the League Cup. Played unbelievably well. They drop him. Play another goalkeeper in this game. And he's made a big mistake to give us the lead. Great ball by Reguilon to Son. Looks for Harry Kane. Tomori can only head it out for a corner.
Well, even the best can have their struggles, and that certainly applies to Harry Kane, who's been a long way from his best, Lee.
Well, Derek, he'll probably blame the supply line, and he might have a case, to be fair, but you've got to make your own chances as well. The space is available, he's just not been in it. He's not achieved today what he normally does, and that's probably why they're losing.
Shot corner to Pizzi.
Oliver
Skip. Oh, nice football in and around the penalty area. Carter Vickers, Kane, do not let him turn. Coulson's done really well there, as Kane has to play it back to Bellerin.
It looks promising.
Inside, what is Konate doing there? Rolls. Son, good feed by Son, and what a block by Coulson.
And a Spurs corner.
Last gasp slide tackle. Oh, who knows where that was going. Might have been straight at the keeper, but our defence was stretched there.
Fikayo Tomori.
Tamari. Stepping in.
Boro moving the ball forward.
Foden. Bit of room for Phil Foden. And well, how close was that? A brief second I thought that was going in. He didn't half catch that. Oh, what an effort.
Well, Derek, he's trying to make himself heard down there. Very difficult to hear the coach from the side.
Here is Kane.
This is looking threatening.
Bellerin inside. Defence is stretched again. Kanate. And Pizzi puts it wide. In fact, it was Rolls with a great chance to put it in that bottom corner, and he's just put it wide. What a chance.
It's such a thankless job at times.
Son.
Rolls. Harry Kane. This is beautiful football from Tottenham, and Mackinnon absolutely thrown himself into that challenge. That could have went horribly wrong. That's what you call no-nonsense, old-fashioned defending. Once again, our defence throwing everything on the line. That time it was Mackinnon.
He could pick out a teammate.
But here's Harry Kane. Not where you want him. It's out to Bergwijn, who's just come on. And Coulson
Couldn't keep it.
with the block as Tottenham have just started to turn the screw a little bit.
It's a third goal for Manchester City. It's been scored by
Oh, what a ball Coulson's picked out there. Hudson-Odoi crosses it in, and Foden with the header off target.
Thanks as ever for the update, Alan.
As we hear that City are 3-1 up. They just keep on winning, and that's all we can do as well. Well, Tottenham, they've currently got Kane and Lewandowski up front. So our defence is going to be really tested now. Hudson-Odoi cleared. As far as Declan Rice, why not have a shot? And I'm not known for scoring them kind of shots, Declan Rice, but if you're talking 2021, they've got the two best strikers in Europe up front right now. Kane and Lewandowski. Obviously, Lewandowski's a little bit older now, but that's still one hell of a strike force. Here's Lewandowski. Mackinnon's across. Back to Bergwijn. In towards Kane. Tamori wins the header. Launched back in again. Tamori wins that. Rose plays it down to Son. Spence does well. Reguilon. We've passed the 93rd minute. Spence does well again. Son, who goes for goal himself, and that is that.
Just nudging ahead when they did has won it for him in the end. Really tight affair that one.
Back-to-back hard-fought wins. We've had game after game of 3-0, 4-1, scoring goals for fun, but last two games we've showed we can do the ugly side of the game too. Henderson was the standout last time, and this time the defenders were absolutely brilliant. 1-0. Well, look at that. Fulham have beat Chelsea. That's a result I did not expect. Suddenly Chelsea have lost 2 games in a row. City, of course, continued their winning run, and the gap is still 4 points. They beat Leeds, which isn't really that difficult, is it? And next up, we've got Sheffield United. City are away at Leicester, which you normally would say is a difficult game, but Leicester are currently 14th. And last time we played Sheffield United, the scoreline was slightly flattering. We did beat them 4-1, but for the first half of that game, very much even Stevens. But yeah, 2 very strong 1-0 wins that we've had in the last 2 games. Let's see if we can make it 3 in a row against Sheffield United, and it would be, what's that, our 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th straight win in all competitions. So we've got a cup game coming up after this in the FA Cup, where we'll be very much playing a weakened side. So I'll squeeze whatever I can get out of our best 11 for this game. They're actually not too bad, to be fair. Tamori's not 100%, but I still feel like it's worth playing him. He will be rested in the FA Cup. Everyone else as they always do, has recovered pretty well, apart from Felix Correa, who is going to have to be swapped out for Giovanni Reina. But other than that, we've got a very strong team to go out against Sheffield United, and a third win in 3 in a very, very quick turnaround of games would be very good indeed.
They've played some marvellous football in front of their own fans this term, and the record speaks for itself, Lee.
8 wins in 9 games tells you exactly what you need to know about how hard it's going to be for today's visitors. They're almost a goal down before kickoff. A tough place to come for sure.
Well, I didn't know our home record was that good. I knew we'd only lost once away from home, well, once all season, which was away from home to Southampton, but yeah, almost a 100% record at home. 8 wins, 1 draw, no defeats. The Riverside is truly our fortress. Free kick. Spence flies in there and wins a very important header.
Oh, that's a pass of...
Here's Divock Origi, and it's 1-0.
On the back of sustained pressure. Now they just...
Once Spence won that header, they were in trouble. And Ford had to find Origi. The defender didn't even follow him. That was the easiest goal you'll ever score. On the shoulder. I mean, the defenders, I don't know what he's doing, the number 6. Is he trying to get back on the line to help the keeper? I have no idea. But they've not started well, Sheffield United. A shadow of the team we played in the last episode. They started that game on the front foot, attacking us from all areas. They've not completed a pass yet, I don't think.
1-0 then.
Goal for Middlesbrough. Number 10, Divock Origi.
Vieira. From one side of the pitch to the other.
Well, there's Baldock, their first affray forward.
Well, time to bring in Alan.
And that is a corner.
I'm hearing there's been a goal at St Mary's. Alan.
It's a goal for Southampton. 19 minutes played, 1-0.
Thanks as ever for the update, Alan.
It'd be typical, wouldn't it? Sheffield United have not been in our final third until now. Not posed any sort of a threat whatsoever. And then they go and score from a corner. Got to keep focused here.
Over it comes.
Near post.
Not fantastic defending. Let's see if it helps.
Good header from Coulson. I think Hudson-Odoi knows he's got Stevens for pace. Who doesn't he have for pace? Hudson-Odoi's ran clear of absolutely everybody. And he finishes as well.
Celebrations again. 2 in front.
He's a cheat code.
Well, here it is again.
He's an absolute cheat code.
They were so quick to get out from the back and then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for
He just
power?
had to beat
Well,
the
he
full-back
certainly
and
wasn't
no
messing
one
around, was he? Absolutely
could get
smashed it past the
anywhere
keeper.
near him.
It's a really lovely finish.
And the one thing Hudson-Odoi has added to his game since we got
Well, they've
him
been poor all day.
was how
His
he
sense
can
is gonna be a
finish.
rollicking in that dressing room after the game.
He finishes like a forward. He's not just a winger who crosses the ball in and takes on full-backs. He's a goal scorer. And, well, this has been so one-sided.
Koulibaly. They've lost it. And I can tell you a goal has been scored at Anfield. Alan McInally with the details.
It's a goal for Manchester United. 25 minutes played.
Spence.
1-1.
Thanks very much as always, Alan.
Beats Stevens. Keeps running. Plenty of men to aim for. Origi's one of them. And, well,
But he sent it wide of the...
Origi should score.
To head that one over the bar. This time he just gets his angles
He
just
should
past the
score there, Origi. I mean, this could end up being quite embarrassing for Sheffield United. But Origi should take his chance there.
Norwood.
That's a nice build-up play if he can keep this in.
Plenty of options.
Yep, Vieira has kept it in.
Stevens.
Stevens, good ball inside. Norwood back out to him.
Whipped into the box.
Whips it in the box.
Dealt with
Gibson
that
was
ball comfortably.
stretching, but he wins it.
Goal in the Liverpool match.
Reina nods it on.
Second goal for Liverpool. 37 minutes.
Oh, Foden's got a bit lucky there.
McInally.
But Reina runs straight into trouble.
Hang on to the ball. An attack full of promise.
Good football from Sheffield United. Owen Coulson can't challenge, and just like that,
It's gone in.
Sheffield United
Chance for them to revel in
are back in it. Koulibaly. And that just goes to show you can dominate as much as you like. Lovely football. I don't know what Coulson's doing there, I'll be honest. Not strong enough.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we?
And not even super Dean Henderson was going to save that. And, well,
The coach won't be happy. They were cruising.
first time they've been in our box. But they've scored. And suddenly, it's game on.
Vieira. Well, this is the home of live football, and we'll have live coverage of the third round of the FA Cup for you. It's Sheffield United facing Norwich City.
Oh, Foden's nicked it off of their midfielder or defender there. That could be costly. Foden's then skipped past Robinson as well. He could make them punish. And the shot is deflected, but straight into the keeper's arms. Goal kick, though, is straight back. Origi. Here's Foden. This time he does make it 3.
And they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
Big goal. And Foden deserves it.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a deep
Headed down from
surveilling
Spence.
defender.
Good
And
ball from
sometimes with
Origi.
all the time in the world, you can fluff your lines.
Good finish.
He composes himself and slips it past the keeper beautifully. Well, it's turning into a real shocker. This is the very reason, Derek, I'm not a manager.
I feel like we needed that goal because, you know, Sheffield United, they looked like they were capable of just springing up a surprise. We needed that 2-goal cushion and we've got it.
So there it is, 3-1 the current scoreline.
Stevens up against Hudson-Odoi, who is still not moving
Paciencia.
comfortably at all. And
On the ball, Bastoni.
doesn't look like he's going to
Promising
shake
attack
off whatever injury he's done to his shoulder. It's probably just a bruised
Knocking it
shoulder.
around, looking to carve
I
out
doubt
the
he's
ground.
dislocated it or anything,
Is
but...
this the moment?
Oh, what a goal!
Here.
Well,
They've done it.
it's our arch nemesis. It's the player.
You can see how tight this group
He's
is.
just come on.
Over to the man.
And he's hit an absolute bullet.
Well, here's the replay,
And that is why we needed a third goal.
And the thunderous strike to beat the
What a
keeper hands
strike.
down is absolutely brilliant.
Just got in front of Gibson, but there's nothing he could have done. He's just ran onto that and absolutely walloped it past the keeper.
Well, the coach won't be happy. They were cruising this game, but not now.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we needed that 2-goal cushion. They are capable of springing up a goal from absolutely anywhere, just like that. Meanwhile, we're hoping that it's just a minor injury for Hudson-Odoi.
Well, neutrals.
So Norwood to whip this in.
He's driven in the
Dangerous. More pace there.
target in the end. Good pressure
Well,
from the defender to put him off.
chance missed. Got to be said. Just didn't get on the end of it properly. He was surrounded by Vasquez and Rice, who looked like Rice nutted him. Nutted him to the ground there. Rice to Coulson. Spots a great run by Foden. Foden spots the run of Giovanni Reina. Oh, and what a block. Great football, but a good block as well. Origi.
Lucas Vasquez.
Vasquez can't quite thread it back through to Origi. Here's Santero. Defences stretched here. Stevens.
Opening up for them.
Chipped in near post header, and it's
Well, yeah, it's a decent
not strong
save.
enough.
If he lets that in, you'd be asking questions.
Not strong enough to test Declan Rice.
Well, the crowd have reacted to this effort the players are putting in. They just need to keep their concentration, and the game should be theirs.
Origi almost gets the reverse ball through, but Sheffield United's defence has really solidified itself since that first half, where they looked like they were going to concede from every attack.
Good vision.
But Rice has picked out an absolute beauty of a ball there for Giovanni Reina, who crosses with the outside of his
Well,
boots.
just went a bit too early.
But Origi was offside. I mean, what a look at this for a cross. But he was offside, and it's probably good because he missed anyway.
Thanks, Alan. Read it
Oh,
magnificently.
Foden just can't thread it through to Bellingham. That's that defence. It's very strong. Second half especially. Tomori, though, is
Back possession.
keeping player under control. Bellingham starting to go through the gears. Jude Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Oh, wow.
Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up.
What can you say about this kid? Absolute superstar.
Well, just look at this. They all back off him, and he takes the advantage. He goes
I mean,
1,
once he
2,
gets
3.
going,
In the end, it's a wonderful solo goal.
there's nothing you can do.
The goal.
And he has just took all the pressure right off of the entire stadium. And what a celebration as well. What a signing. I'm so glad we got him in because he's been the best midfielder
Well, the current score
in this career
is
mode.
4-2.
And that just puts any nerves at rest of possibly dropping points. There is still a few minutes of added on time, but that Jude Bellingham run is just finished off. Once again, another valiant
Ball Vieira.
Sheffield United
Stevens.
performance.
Oliver Norwood. Well, that's the kind of play
They will get a
from your defender.
free kick here, but it will be
Kick awarded
nothing
then by the referee.
short of a last consolation. If it was 3-2, this would be a nervy free kick to defend, but know full well we've picked up another 3 points, and in this tight run of games, 3 Premier League games in 6 days, we've won all 3 of them.
Clearance. And there it is, the final whistle. Well, we
Great run of form.
by this
We've
result,
kept it going
considering the fine
and
home
beaten
record,
Sheffield
but
United.
Once again, the fans will be heading home with smiles on their faces.
Well, we're doing all we can. We really are. We can't do or ask of any more from this team. Got a little bit of news on, it was a bruised shoulder from Hudson-Odoi, but that's fine. He won a played against Walsall anyway. The assistant manager is happy with Gibbo's development, and same for Origi, which is good. And we can now just turn our attention to the cup games a little bit. We'll have a little look to see what the last couple of games in the league were like. I know Liverpool did beat United, so they didn't drop points, unfortunately. Did City? No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Well, all we can do is keep on winning, guys. Liverpool did beat United, and City battered Leicester. So we are still second. It's becoming a bit of a 3-horse race at the moment between us, City and Liverpool. So good company for us to be in, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, we're going to keep on plugging away. 17 games to go. We're in there. I'm going to just guess the best chance we've got of these two dropping points is when we actually play them ourselves. We don't have Liverpool until February. Oh, when do we have City? Oh, wow. We have City 3 games from the end. I mean, if it stays as it is, that could be a huge game right at the very end of the season. Let's hope they're not out of sight by then and we're still in with a shot of the Premier League title. Next up, though, like I say, turn our attention to the cup slightly. We've got 2 cup games. We've got a FA Cup third round game against Walsall. I'm not too sure what league they're in. I think they might be League 2. So you'd assume there'd be no upset. We are the holders of the FA Cup as well. Let's not forget, Walsall are League 1. They must be League 1. There they are. Oh, they're 19th in League 1. So we should beat them. But we can't take any of these games for granted. And then we have a big first leg semi-final game away to Watford before we then go back into the league against Wolves. It is January, of course, so I could, maybe make a loan signing or two to bolster the squad a little bit more. I don't know where we can improve strength-wise. We're just pretty strong everywhere, if I'm honest. I did see a comment from Josh in the last video, or it might be in the video before, and you mentioned Jeremy Doku, who has been fantastic for Belgium in the Euros. We are scouting him and we have 6 games remaining. He does look pretty good from Anderlecht, so we could loan him just to try him out. Yeah, that'll be it for now anyway. We are at the very end of 2023 into 2024 in the next episode. But if you've enjoyed this one, as always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for much more FIFA 21 content to come. And yeah, feel free to leave any comments in the section below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And